My child, what is about to unfold will shake your spirit if you are not prepared. The sound you hear outside is not just the ordinary noise of the street, it carries a weight, a message, a warning wrapped in urgency. A uniformed man is already on his way, his steps echoing with papers that hold more than ink. They hold decisions that could change your life tonight. This is not a moment you can dismiss, because what is written is not just words, it is fate knocking at your door. You felt it yesterday, didn't you? That strange silence in the room when you sat alone. The shiver that ran down your spine even though the air was warm. It was not your imagination, it was a sign that the unseen forces had already begun moving pieces around you. Every corner of your home knows that someone is coming, someone who has been instructed to carry a sealed envelope with your name on it. The warrant is not just paper, it is truth sealed with urgency. It is the revelation of what others have whispered in dark corners about you. This officer carries not only authority but also the weight of secrets you were never supposed to hear. And yet, heaven has made sure you hear them before they crash through your door. There is a name scribbled in bold inside that document. A name you trust. A name you allowed too close. Someone you believed would protect you, yet their signature dances beside words that accuse you. Betrayal is no longer far away, it is sitting on the back seat of the officer's vehicle as he approaches your address. Type Amen to get blessing 333, the clock ticks louder than ever tonight. Each second pulls the officer closer, each second drags the paper of accusation nearer to your hands. My child, this is not about crime as the world sees it. This is about a trap woven by someone who wanted to watch you fall. They wanted the law itself to bend against you, to cage your light inside shadows that don't belong to you. Heaven saw their planning. Heaven saw their late-night messages, their hushed phone calls, their smirk when they thought no one noticed. And heaven decided that you would not be taken by surprise. That is why your eyes are fixed on this message right now. That is why your heart is pounding as if it already hears the knock at the door. Listen carefully, the officer is not your enemy. He is simply the messenger of papers that were poisoned long before they reached his hands. What you must see is the hand that forged them, the person who pulled the strings to bring this storm upon you. That hand does not belong to the officer, but to the one who once smiled at you with false loyalty. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Your kitchen table remembers the moment they sat there, pretending to care about your future. Your hallway remembers their footsteps, leaving behind invisible footprints of betrayal. Your phone holds their words, sweet on the surface, yet sharp underneath. And now, those hidden knives have been carved into the very warrant the officer carries. Do not let fear consume you, because fear is what they want. They want you trembling, broken, begging for help in the very moment you were meant to rise. But heaven has another plan. Heaven whispers to you now, stand still, keep your head high, and know that the truth is on its way to tear apart their lies. The officer will arrive soon, yes. His knock will be heavy, and the paper he shows you will be frightening. But remember, paper burns, and lies crumble. The only thing that remains is the strength of your soul and the protection that has been wrapped around you since birth. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The one who betrayed you thought they were clever. They thought the world would side with them because they hid their hands behind authority. But what they forgot is that heaven sees beyond signatures and stamps. Heaven sees hearts, and heaven saw theirs long before they dared to forge this scheme. As the officer approaches, forces unseen surround you. The room may look quiet, but in the spirit realm, swords are being drawn, shields are being raised, and your name is being guarded. This battle is bigger than a warrant. It is about your destiny, your future, your calling. That is why the enemy tried to silence you. But they cannot silence what heaven has declared unstoppable. The night may feel heavy, but do not be deceived. This heaviness is the trembling of your enemies realizing that their plan is about to collapse. What was meant to frame you will end up exposing them. What was meant to bind you will instead set you free in ways you never imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 666. My child, the silence outside your door is no longer ordinary silence. It is heavy, almost vibrating, as if the very walls of your house know what is coming closer. The officer's car is slowing down, his headlights already brushing against the pavement in front of your home. This is not just a rival, it is destiny reaching out to test your courage. Inside that folded paper is more than accusation, it is a weapon formed from someone's envy. Someone who wanted to erase your laughter, to dim your light, to push you into corners where no one would hear your voice. They were not satisfied with gossiping behind your back. They wanted their words stamped in ink, their betrayal sealed in official letters. But what they underestimated, my child, is the fire that burns in your spirit. They thought the warrant would silence you. They thought the uniform would break you. They thought the world would see you as guilty before you even had a chance to speak. Yet heaven has already written another outcome, an outcome where their scheme exposes their own darkness. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The betrayal is deep, yes. It is not from a stranger, but from someone you once called family. Maybe not by blood, but by bond. They ate at your table, drank from your glass, and smiled at you with eyes that were secretly measuring your downfall. They did not just plan against you, they rehearsed it. Every move they made, every sweet word they offered, was a calculated step toward this very night. And now, as the officer steps onto the driveway, heaven pulls back the curtain to show you the truth. You are not powerless. You are not alone. The very presence of angels surrounds your home, circling it like fire that cannot be crossed. That is why your heart is racing, not from fear, but because your spirit already senses a divine army standing beside you. The papers in that officer's hands are shaking, though you cannot see it. He may not understand why, but something inside him knows he is carrying lies. His footsteps are heavy, not because of his duty, but because heaven is pressing on his conscience. Even before he knocks, his spirit is uneasy. And that unease is your shield. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The one who betrayed you believed everything would unfold smoothly. They imagined you collapsing, weeping, begging for answers. The knock may shake your house, but it cannot touch your soul. What heaven has declared cannot be erased, and what heaven protects cannot be destroyed. The one who betrayed you underestimated one thing: your resilience. They thought you would crumble the moment the officer's voice reached your ears. They thought fear would consume you. But what they did not realize is that heaven has already filled your chest with courage that burns hotter than fire. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. The officer raises his hand to knock again. The sound echoes through the night, yet it is not fear you feel, it is clarity. Every knock is a reminder that truth cannot stay hidden forever. Every sound is heaven saying, "Stand tall, your story is not ending, it is beginning." Your walls listen. Your floor listens. Even the windows vibrate with the sound of fate unfolding. The very structure of your house bears witness to this moment, and heaven records it as the night your enemies revealed themselves. The betrayer cannot sleep. Their eyes are wide, their body restless. They thought this would be easy, but something inside them trembles. Deep down, they know heaven sees. Deep down, they fear what happens when heaven intervenes. And that fear is only growing. Type Amen to get blessing 1616, Part 4. My child, the climax is here. The door handle shakes, the officer's shadow looms larger, and time itself slows down. This is the breath before revelation. This is the pause before the storm. The warrant is opened. The officer's hand trembles as he shows you the pages. The ink shines under the dim light, names written bold, accusations dripping like venom. But the moment your eyes touch the words, heaven whispers, "Do not fear." Lies cannot last under light. The officer cannot hold your gaze. He tries, but he cannot. Something inside him feels the weight of what he carries. It is not just his conscience, it is heaven pressing upon him. He knows these words are not pure. He knows this mission is not clean. And though he does not say it aloud, his silence screams louder than any words. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You take the paper, but you do not take the weight. The accusations stare back at you, yet your soul does not collapse. Because your spirit has already seen the ending. You know this paper is not the truth, it is the evidence of your betrayer's lies. The betrayer waits in their home, convinced that victory is theirs. They cannot imagine that their name will soon be the one whispered in shame. They cannot see that their downfall is moments away. For while they celebrated your supposed defeat, heaven was already writing the next chapter of your rise. The officer clears his throat. He almost apologizes, though he doesn't know why. He almost admits that something feels wrong. His hands are cold, his heart is uneasy. He leaves the paper with you, but when he walks away, he carries the burden of knowing he touched a lie. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. The silence returns, but it is not the same silence as before. This silence is victory. This silence is clarity. This silence is heaven saying, "The storm came to your door, but it did not take you." You fold the paper, but you do not fold in defeat. Instead, you rise. You rise with the knowledge of who betrayed you. You rise with the strength of one who has faced lies and survived. You rise with the fire of destiny burning brighter than before. The betrayer will hear soon. They will hear that you were not destroyed. They will hear that their lies did not stand. And when they hear, their own name will be dragged through the mud they created. Heaven will not let them rest until every hidden truth is revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. My child, tonight was not about papers. It was not about warrants. It was not about accusations. Tonight was about revelation. About showing you who your enemies are. About showing you the strength inside you. About showing you that no matter who plots against you, heaven will always turn it around for your good. The officer came and left. The paper arrived, but its power was crushed. The betrayer's mask fell, their hand was exposed. And you, instead of falling, rose higher than ever. This is your moment. This is your testimony. This is the night the tables turned forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. My child, the night did not end when the officer walked away. In fact, that was only the beginning. The paper he carried was not the final word, it was the trigger. The moment it entered your home, heaven began shifting the unseen to expose everything. Your betrayer is uneasy now. They are pacing, unable to sit still. Their phone keeps slipping from their hand, their mind keeps racing. They are waiting for news of your collapse, but all they will hear is silence. And that silence will terrify them more than anything. They thought the warrant would shatter you. They thought your knees would weaken, your hope would dissolve. But what they forgot is that heaven writes endings, not men. And the ending of this story will not be your shame, it will be their exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The paper lies on your table. Its words glare, but they cannot pierce you. Every letter was written with venom, but heaven has already neutralized the poison. You see the names, the signatures, the claims, but behind each word, you see the trembling hand that forged it. The betrayer's fingerprints are all over it, and soon the world will see them too. You hear whispers in the night. Not from your house, but from the spirit realm. Angels murmuring, "Stand strong. Do not let the paper deceive you. This is not your end, this is your unveiling." The atmosphere thickens, not with fear, but with divine fire. The betrayer checks their phone again. No messages. No updates. Their chest tightens. They expected chaos, but there is only calm. They expected your tears, but there is only silence. And the silence screams to them, your plan failed. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The officer himself cannot sleep. He lies in bed, turning from side to side, replaying the moment he handed you the papers. He does not understand why his spirit feels so heavy. He does not understand why he feels as though he has wronged an innocent. He only knows that something was off, something he cannot explain. This, my child, is heaven at work. The same authority that was used against you is now being stirred with doubt. The same paper that was meant to bury you is now haunting the very ones who delivered it. Lies can never sit comfortably. They always itch, they always sting, they always reveal themselves in time. And that time is near. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Your betrayer wanted you silenced, but now they are the one losing peace. They wanted you trapped, but now they are the one trapped in restless thoughts. They wanted your name smeared, but soon it will be their name that echoes in shame. The night grows darker, yet your spirit grows lighter. Because you know something they do not, you know that truth cannot stay hidden. The more